going to tie a CDC wing and dubbed body caddis. It's a pattern developed by David Arquet. I'm tying it on a Firehole 419. It's a dry fly hook, size 16, using Veevus 16-aught black thread. The tail of this thing is going to be 2 strands of Krystal flash with 2 strands of Glo Brite number 7 over the top of the Krystal flash. Sometimes the fish don't like the Krystal flash, but you can always just trim it off. I like to tie the Krystal flash a little bit shorter than the Glo Brite. From that, the body of this fly is going to be CDC dubbing from Trout Hunter. We just brought this in. It's really cool stuff. It's all the fluff from the bottom of the CDC feathers. And why not tie a dry fly with a natural fiber that is naturally water resistant? I'm using the light gray, and this stuff goes on pretty nice, just like normal dubbing. Got to make it, biggest thing is you kind of got to put a little on and then spread it out and thin it out a little bit. Don't want it to go on too bulky. Build a little taper into it as I work it up, leaving some room to tie in a wing and then finish it off with a little head. The wing is going to be natural brown CDC from Trout Hunter as well. I've stacked 5 CDC feathers on top of each other. This is going to give a really high floating fly, but the nice thing about this is when you cast it, all that CDC kind of slicks down and this fly still flies really nice through the air. But there's enough CDC on this thing to support a decent sized beadhead nymph and do dry dropper. So I've pre-stacked these things, trim some of the fluff off the bottom, save it for later to make dubbing out of if you like. Get that wing the right size. And then I'm going to use another piece of that Glo Brite number 7. You could use orange, you could use pink, you could use chartreuse, and I'm just going to tie in a little post laying over the top of the CDC, give myself something to look at out there in the river. You could tie this in a couple different colors with the cider in different colors depending on light conditions. For this, I like to quadruple it up. I got 4 strands going back. Take a drap or 2 and then pull the rest back. So I got a nice big thing to see out there. Pull it forward, trim it to length. Then I'm going to dub using that same gray CDC dubbing. And dub a little head on this thing. The head I like to keep keep a lot of, don't dub it on too tight. Just a little, looks like it's got little feelers and stuff sticking out. Whip finish yourself a head. Bingo bango. This thing sits super low on the water. You can see it because of that orange post. Looks super buggy and floats all day long.